Okay, so this is what yours should look like. All right, well, welcome to data science and well, yeah, sorry, not data science, Stat 252. Wow, wrong class. I'm not gonna re-record that. Oh, that's funny. And we're gonna go through the process of working through some material. I might make this two videos. We'll see how this goes. All right, so um, my name's not Jameer, but you get the point. This is a sample project. Click on that. And so once you click it loads, it takes time. It's fine. Be patient. We're going to install something into our library before we even get into the statistics or even the data analysis. You got to install something. So the very first thing that you're going to do is press this green plus button. Whoop. Circle down to where it says R Markdown. That's just the type of file. Okay. Whoop. And then title, let's call this Lab 1. And who's the author? You. I'm going to say my name because that's how I'm the author. It's three L's. It should be just one L and two L's. Okay. From line 7 on, we just delete. This is a template code. You just delete that. Create our own code. So what's cool about an R Markdown file, when you take a deeper class, you go a little bit deeper. But what's cool about it, essentially, at least initially, is that you can have text and R code. So this is kind of cool. In order for you to do or create an R chunk where you can have your R code, is press this green C, which has a plus, and then press R. If you look up on Google how to do it in Macs, there's a keyboard shortcut. I traditionally press Control Alt I on Windows. So the very first thing that I want you to do is you can look at this in the Word or at least the PDF that it's accompanying this video is run this code here. And so make sure you have its quotations. Make sure it's proper quotations in here when you're copying and pasting. And so when you run this, how to run this is by pressing this green play button. It says run chunk code, and then boom. Okay. And so that's actually very important. It's right now, it's still running. It should be still running. Oh, it's not running. All right, so then here I'm running into issues. If this happens to you, say force is equal to true. If you're having any issues, you come see me. Um, let's see how this goes. Force is equal to true. Okay, now this is where I wanted to make sure we do this in the video. When this happens, it's asking you to reinstall other libraries. Don't worry about that. Just press 3. Okay, it's not a part of the class, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll just explain it to you. And so once that is done, you'll say done stat cal poly package. That's great. That's been created. That's ran. That's fantastic. We exit out of this. Okay. And so right now we're pretty much good. I don't know if we're going to do that again this quarter, but I did that intentionally for us to gain access to a certain data set. So then from there, you can now, and another big thing after teaching this for a couple quarters now, you don't have to run this every time. You shouldn't run this. So I'm going to actually comment this out by pressing um, hashtag. And when I run that, it doesn't do anything because it's commented out. Okay. So you don't have to run that. The next thing I'm going to run is the tidyverse stat cal poly package. This gives me the access and the tools to what I need in order for me to perform my analyses, or at least some parts of my analyses and my visualizations as well as my summarization. So I'm gonna run this. It's going to take some time. Ba da ba ba ba. Okay, that's good. Okay, and so what I'm going to do in order for me to clear this is I'm going to press Control L, and then this is that. Okay. And since my screen's pretty big, I'm just going to press this tab button and then go to pane layout. I'm going to change the appearance. I don't know why I'm doing this, spending time on this. It's okay. It's not what I meant to do. I'm meant to press console on the right. So the console is here on the right. Okay, so I can do that. I can do that. That's good. I can exit out of this. All right. So here when I'm talking about adding text, so this is the R chunk. But then I can have text here. So some things I want to mention to you is the population here. So we're looking at, or at least what we're considering, is all fast food restaurant menu items. All fast food restaurant menu items. I'm going to just type this and put that there. That's the population. All fast food restaurant menu items. Okay. How are we taking our sample? We're only looking at one store, McDonald's. What kind of sampling design is that? That's a convenient sample. Okay. Such as life. I mean, we're using just the data that we have access to, and we're trying to make generalizations about all menu items. Okay. And so with that being the case, let's say our statistical question at hand. Actually, before we even do that, let's look at the data. Let's create a new arg chunk, and I'm using my keyboard shortcut, Control Alt I, okay, and then I'm gonna do capital V, capital V, capital V, capital V. Sorry, I have to make sure you say that, capital V, and then you're gonna say McDonald's. It should start showing up. Okay, McDonald's data. Okay, boom, there we got it. So I'm gonna view it. So now here's my data frame. Okay, you should be able to specify what type of variables. That's what I think that's a lab question. Type of variables, category, items, serving size, calories, and so on and so forth. Then we have this weird variable. So you have a bunch of descriptors, characteristics of each of the menu items, and then is it a drink or not? Okay, so beware of that. So here it actually tells you how many different entries, how many different rows are in, how many different observations are in the data set, and all the columns. There's 25 columns in total. Okay, which is fantastic. So what we're going to do is focus on calories, and I think that's enough for the first video. I think that's a great introduction, so let's just do that. Okay. Thank you. See you soon.